Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Beijing for today's daily challenge, where I can't talk because I feel like shit. Hold on. Ow. We will get double bridges and start with just one motorway, and that's all we get. Oh, boy. All right. Double bridges is good. There's water here, sort of. Look, water up there. You definitely can't just draw your roads around this water. You need double bridges, damn it. Oh, this'll be fine. It'll be fine. Even when it's motorways, I find that when the game takes away an option, it usually results in a pretty good score because you know what you need, you know what you can get, and you're more likely to get it, right? We're more likely to get the traffic light we need, you know, for all those times we desperately need traffic lights in mini motorways. Well, here, we desperately needed to destroy that tree, and now that tree is destroyed, so good job, Red Road. Sunflare's Space was here first. Good afternoon, Sunny. I hope you are doing well. She says she genuinely debated bringing her laptop downstairs to do the daily challenge. It is lovely to see that Sunflare Space is enjoying her time with Mini Motorways. It is, after all, a good game. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that before, Sunny, but Mini Motorways, good game. Dinosaur Polo Club, good game studio. Gonna go out on a limb and just state that. You know, a studio that hasn't laid off a bunch of people despite being in a record-breaking revenue industry is Dinosaur Polo Club. Just throwing that thought out into the universe. Here, let's run this, and then, oh boy, well, okay, listen, this is not the absolute end of the world here. We can just doot and doot, create a little blue hump to get this over to here. Is Gimmimim, you wish you could absolutely get Gimmimim on your tablet. There's a Twitch app. There's 1000% a Twitch app for tablets. That's a thing. I thought you were saying you wished you could get Mini Motorways on your tablet, which I think you can. I know it's in Apple Arcade, so if you have an iPad, you can play it. Maybe it's available in the Google Play Store? I actually don't know. Maybe. Let's take 30 road tiles just to pile me up with some road tiles. Alas is a Samsung. Maybe it's not in the Google Play Store. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's an exclusivity deal there of which I am not aware. Because after all, I am a fan of Mini Motorways, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, the most prolific hashtag content creator of this game, but I don't actually know S about S when it comes to its business or anything like that. I imagine, just from the fact that folks I follow on social media from the company, shout out Casey Lucas, are still saying they're with the company, that it did well and continues to do well. Beyond that, I don't know. Is good game. Good games sell well, hopefully. Good games sell good, make money for company. Company employ people. People make game. More game good. Yay! Is how business supposed to work. Okay, now, we have an interesting situation here. By an interesting situation, I mean we might be in trouble. Let's see. We've got... Oh, good lord. We've got these two greenhouses right here, and this green business all the way up here. And there doesn't appear to be an easy way for these two to make friends. Like, we can run the reds down this way. If we run the reds down this way, I mean, I guess we can draw a long and silly green road. Hold on. If you come up here and then up that way, we can do this with a bridge, actually. I think we can do this with a bridge and some careful placement. You come up here. No. You come up here. Yes. And out, up, in, and over like so. Okay. Now this is still a fairly long road to only have 2 houses on, but it's a lot better than I thought I was going to do when I initially saw these 2 greenhouses spawn. So we'll take it. We will absolutely take this particular brand of nonsense. Now, I can't help but notice that this blue business is kind of falling behind already. And it's got a significantly shorter blue road, but there are more blue houses here. So maybe the game's just mad at me for not connecting these two. Well, for right this very moment, and this is absolutely not a permanent fix. By the way, we're not doing anything about this gray until the weekend. We're going to assume that we get a bridge or 2. For right this moment, this is not a permanent fix, but for now, I'm going to use our 1 and exactly 1 motorway to get those 2 blues up in a thisly direction so that they come and service this business and just calm it the hell down. You just calm down, buddy, okay? All right, are you caught up? Great. That's all I needed you to do. Now we're done. Next, let's wait until Monday to deal with these grays because I assume we're going to get 2 bridges, right? Wrong. Fuck. Also, my heat just kicked in, and you can absolutely hear it on the level. So, bollocks. Talk among yourselves for the next 27 seconds while I go turn off my heat. 1, 2. Ow. I am allowed to have heating on in the abstract. However, when the heat makes the audio sound bad, I can do without it for half an hour. It's okay. Give me a roundabout. Okay, so we didn't actually get the bridge that I wanted for over here. So it's not the end of the world because we can still restructure these yellows further. And with further yellow restructuring, we can make this green road even more ridiculous. Right? We can come all the way down and around like so. Doing this is dumb, 1, but 2, it allows me to reclaim a bridge, which is what I need to get these grays over here to this business. Absolutely needed a bridge there, had to happen. Now, it occurs to me that this loopy bullshit is stupid and probably bad, but maybe it'll be fine. Next, we're going to slightly tweak the presentation of this yellow road because if we come up here like that, stick a traffic light right here, these blues and yellows can live together in relative perfect harmony. Because this is actually a perfectly cromulent traffic light. So this light will stay pretty much green as, see, this yellow turns right against it, everybody turns left with it or goes straight through it. This is how you want your traffic lights to be. For the most part, this light is always going to be green, meaning that traffic is always going to flow through here, meaning that this is not actually a major choke point. This is a bit of a delay nexus, but, you know, you'd rather have a delay nexus than a choke point, I guess. Still, it's less than ideal. As the map expands further south, and actually it just did, so I was going to say as the map expands further south, we can just run a parallel blue road, but the map expanded further south, so we could just run a parallel blue road. And now these don't have to share, and we don't use the traffic light, and everything's coming up. Goog house. Wunderbar. Next. I could theoretically pop my motorway over here for the greens to just cut out this loopy nonsense, but we just got 2 bridges. By virtue of getting 2 bridges, we're able to redraw this, which significantly cuts down on the loopiness of the bullshit and makes it a little more tenable. These 2 reds go into this, these 3 reds even go into this business. That's nice. I'm gonna turn down my own personal speaker because I think that's a little loud for me, but the levels look good, so that's nice. As always, if audio needs tweaking or anything like that, let me know. I would much rather be told that I'm putting out bad shit once than look at something bad and realize, oh no, I've been doing it that way for 200 episodes. Would be bad. Would not be good. Alright. So, I think for right now, we're looking pretty okay. Like, these 2 reds up here had previously been doing nothing, but they can support this business without much problem. These 3 are more than up to the task down here. I have a spare bridge, which means that this gray is not a problem. You can come up here. Hey, speaking of gray, I saw an ad on TikTok last night for season 20 of Grey's Anatomy, and Meredith Grey was on it. Didn't they make a big deal about Meredith leaving Grey's Anatomy last season? Didn't Ellen Pompeo just have to be dragged back kicking and screaming and threateningly handed over tens of millions of dollars to continue working on the television show she didn't like doing anymore? For like 5 years, and then finally last season she was like, no, I'm done, I'm finished. So they wrote out her character, and fans of the show were like, really, that's it? That's Meredith Grey's last episode? Seriously? Because it was kind of a disappointment? But you still like wrote off her character, and she was an important one. So it was a big deal that it was, oh my god, it's Meredith Grey's last episode, because, you know, the show's called Grey's Anatomy, and she was the main character for a very long time. And now she's just back? Well, something tells me the ratings went in the tank, and they upped the amount of ridiculous money they were going to give Miss Pompeo, which, hey, listen, get your money, Ellen Pompeo. I'm not begrudging you your money. I'm just very confused. Speaking of very confused, this gray situation is getting weird. We've got all of these going like this. Okay, so you 4 can do that and go up this way. These 2 grays probably want to be stapled to that road, but these 3 grays probably want to be stapled to that road, but I'm sure it's fine. Here, give me a 3rd and 4th traffic light. Okay, so now we have an interesting situation developing, and by interesting I mean doomed. I don't know if this is actually doomed, but I do think it's going to be the thing that causes us to use our motorway. This blue is a circle, and there's basically no way. Yeah, because of all the houses that have spawned in here, there's no great way to get these blues up here. I can't get them in through here. I can't really. I could snake these blues through here, like with a bridge, but even still, I would probably need a roundabout right here, which would probably make things difficult for these greens? Actually, let me take a look at this. Let's just, let's piece something together here. You come down this way. You're going to use a bridge. That's fine. You come in here. We slap the roundabout, let's say, right here. Yeah? Now, if you just go off like that, how does that treat everybody? We've got these two blues essentially bypassing the roundabout. Got these greens going through it. It looks like these blues from over here are cooperating pretty well. Actually, this might not be a bad little roundabout. And it lets me hang on to my very precious motorway. So, you know, it might just not be the worst thing in the world. It might actually be, shock, horror, good. This might actually be a well-positioned, well-thought-out, decent little roundabout, which in retrospect, I could have positioned one tile further north, but oh well, it's fine. Speaking of fine, this red circle is, well, a circle now, so not great, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Let's see here. You reds can foop over like so. So you have 3 houses. There's a whole bunch more red over here, but thanks to, you know, somebody's ridiculous idea and a roundabout, there are now a handful of roads between them and this. This is not going to be fine in the long term, but in the midterm it should be okay-ish, right? Oh yeah, we got a couple extra reds over here. Just these bonus reds? Yeah! We got a couple bonus reds. There you go. I sound like Goofy when I'm talking about bonus reds. You need to swoop out that away, like so. Doing that will allow this blue to come in this way. I am going to open up a notepad document and just make a note that the title of today's episode is bonus reds. Mostly because I like to say it. I can make it sound like a radio drop on a morning drive talk show. Get ready for all of these extra commies, you know, the bonus reds. Should probably stop doing that. Anyway, so these 2 red houses aren't going to do anything, I think. I suppose I could grab them and have them replace these 2, which is not the worst idea I've ever had. This yellow circle is, well, a circle. That's, not gonna go great, but, you know, it's fine for now, sort of. Do I have any way of getting extra yellows over that way? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. Actually, short answer, kind of, now that I look at it. Well, this 4th yellow has spawned right here, so this business is pretty much okay for now. However, as I look further, let's do some introspection. And by introspection, I mean let's replace this yellow road with this yellow road, which I'm actually going to draw properly. There you go. I'm out of road. Well, that's bad. Fortunately, it is Sunday, and we're not going to be tempted by motorways because that's just not a thing that happens in this game. Give me 30 road tiles. Now, as I was saying, we're going to draw this road right here. That is going to get all of these yellows up here into this yellow business. These greens, meanwhile, are going to use one of my 3 bridges and take a rather circuitous route to get over to here. Now, I have successfully replaced this garbage with that fun stuff. So, what I can do is staple these yellows, who had previously been going over here. These yellows instead will form the 5th, 6th, and 7th house going up to this business. That does mean that I'm robbing Well, first of all, we'll sever that connection and we'll reconnect down here. I am robbing one house from this business, which could be bad, but might also just be fine. It might also just be fine. Hopefully it's fine. Also, hopefully, we get a whole bunch of road back, because my plan at present involves these two blues swinging over here to support this business, which feels like a lofty ambition right now. But we'll see. We're getting a bunch of road back once all of this yellow garbage clears itself out, right? Yeah? We do all this and we draw this road good, and you're actually okay with me? Maybe? You're actually okay with me? Maybe. How about that? Now, granted, we do only have 2 houses coming over here, but this only really needs to be alive-ish until the end of the week. So, also this blue has spawned in a lovely and convenient place. I really want to restructure this gray nonsense, by the way. This gray nonsense that I pointed out earlier is still bad, but, you know, one problem at a time. More blues over here, always better. I could theoretically... actually, you know what? Hold on, hold the phone. We've got these 2 reds here. This road is pretty much not being used. I could kill this road, connect these reds over here, and then I've got these blues to run up here. Because these blues are now the 3rd, 4th, and 5th well, that would leave this house with only 2, this business rather, with only 2 houses supporting it, which doesn't feel great right now. We'll see. We'll think about it. Give me 2 more bridges and, most importantly, 20 road tiles. We'll get a 3rd blue house going up this way. That'll be good. Now, while I'm here and we're paused and we're restructuring things anyway, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll. And, most importantly, drift away. So, now, all of these grays are on one road, what swings up this way and then goes up that way into this gray circle. That feels like an upgrade. This blue business may or may not be okay now, because I have given it another house of support. It's still a very long road is the problem. But we are reducing the traffic load. All right, you know what? You're okay. I think what I want to do here is slap a roundabout somewhere. And the real question is where. I'm starting to think that the actual place is here. If we just roundaboutize right here, we get you to essentially bypass the roundabout, hook in that away. Now hold on, why am I doing that? That's not what I want. No. That southeast spur. We don't want this to be a continuous road, because the spur that goes to the green business is actually going to grab these 3 green houses. Yes. So you do that. Meanwhile, these 2 reds jump in like so. That may or may not be okay. I may or may not have just screwed over this red circle. But we'll see. This blue circle is still filling. This business is not happy. Okay. This is a temporary fix. This is not permanent, but we need more blue houses. We need more blue cars coming over here. I'm just going to use motorway number 1 for a quick fix, just to get more blue going up that way. Okay. So now we have more blue going out that way. This yellow house has spawned in a terrible fucking place. Oh my god, I hate you. Oh, I'm angry at you for existing. You yellow-housed bastard. Alright, this red is going to connect here via traffic light. So now we're back to 2, 3, 7 reds coming up here. I could just put these reds on this road, but that would rather defeat the purpose. So this yellow jumps up over here. These two blues, yeah, just schlep a whole bunch of cars up this way until that business is taken care of. And now that this business is at 0, maybe we can actually do something productive with just these 3 houses. I do still have these 3 over here. Good morning, Luke Ainsworth. Happy to have Luke here as always. Give me 30 more road tiles. That will be a good thing. Pop yourself up that away. This red can also join that road. Probably not a good thing that as soon as you connect the house to the road, it immediately starts sending out its cars, but you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, so quick check-in up here in the north. This blue house is not actually happy. This blue business is not satisfied now that it had been given these 3 on a straight shot going out here. So what we'll do is, hold on, I just had a stupid idea. There's got to be a better idea than this. Give me a better idea than this. Well, we can't move that out there. We can do that. We could just pop our motorway. We do have a motorway. We should probably use the motorway at some point. Okay, let's do this. We're going to kill this road right here, which is going to allow me to connect this red to this road. These 3 blues right here. Yeah. We're going to pretty much permanently install motorway number 1 up here. If I need it, I can swipe it. Like if I desperately need motorway number 1 at some point, I can borrow it from this business for a minute and it'll be okay. But for right now, we're going to leave this business here with 3. And I do have these 2 here. I was briefly considering just tossing them on a very long road going up, but that doesn't make any sense. That's just dumb. So let's not do that. Instead, let's do a good and better thing. All right, let's check in on nonsense. This green business here is pretty solid. It's got 3 houses down here and these 4 up in the north. It seems as though the 4 in the north are doing the majority of the work, which is fine. This yellow just got angry, which... Yellow, you're a square with 6 houses. How are you mad? Explain it to me. I do not understand. How are you mad? This gray is getting a little antsy, which, I mean, I guess you're a circle with only 8 houses and we've been at this for a while. That sort of makes sense. This blue circle is getting frisky as well. I think everybody's just mad. Hold on. Wow, everybody's just angry. This square has 5 houses and it's mad. Okay. Did everything just decide it was going to get angry at the same exact time? Feels a little bit early in the run for that to happen, but I mean, if everything's going to be angry at once, that absolves me of responsibility for fixing it. So, you know what? Here, this gray business is in open rebellion, and it is actually pretty much underserved now because there are 2 gray houses here. Sportsman has a good point. We're on the internet in 2024. Of course everyone's angry. Oh, you 2 grays, come over here. You're theoretically going to grab motorway number 1, but in actuality, this business is probably going to die before the motorway restructures itself. Am I correct there, gray business? I don't see anyone coming to save you. Yup. Everybody's angry. Everybody's mad because the furious thing. Everybody's angry at my awful rhyme scheme. That's about right. I forgot to check the score. 2,058. That's a decent little run. Top 10% in the world. We take those. Well, good news and bad for those rooting for the underscore Goog to be atop the leaderboard. First of all, we drop the GGs on Samurai Sam because we nudged past Samurai Sam by a mere 41 dudes. However, good Lord Parlor Ghost. Ghosty had one hell of a day. Drop those ghosties in the chat. Parlor Ghost number 2 in the world, beaten by a single dude. By one trip did Swimey Kaku overcome Parlor Ghost. Congratulations, Parlor Ghost, and also Swimey Kaku, Tadashi Man, K-Lumps, Tilly Peterson, and of course the veritable powerhouse, the powerhouse duo of Mine Donut and Freedom Onion Soup. All right. Let us hop over to our bestest friend, the Wordle. Where did that window go? There did that window go. Oh, goodness. They are indeed a powerhouse. Oh, it's not quite as roll off the tongue as bonus Reds. The Wordle is not bonus, but there is an A-O. Goog. There's an O. Learn what letters are, damn it. There's 2 of them in your handle, for Christ's sake. Can't be Mondo, because there's no N. It could be... If it's multiple choice, I'll get there eventually. It could be Goofy. It's not, but, you know, it could have been. And there's a Y and a... Holy crap, that... Good word, pulling off an F there, Goog. All right, it could be Foamy. It could absolutely be Foamy. It's not, but you know, it could have been. It could be Fodly, which isn't, you know, a word, but Sunflare Space suggests that it could be Folly, and listen, that might not be a Folly. That it could just be it's not Folly, but it could have been. You know, if you want to make up a swear word for a pirate, you could ask if Folly wants a fracker. But anyway, that would also be if the pirate wants to engage in some really environmentally destructive energy extraction processes. Folly wants a fracker. Anyway, so it could be Forvy. Which, you know, it could be the actual number word 40. Calling it an actual number word makes it sound like I'm stupid and not knowing what I'm talking about, but no, it's an actual number word. The Wordle is 40. How about that? Oh, God, get rid of that. Bring over this. Let's draw some connections. What do we have here? All right, Butterfruit Fantasy Baseball. Hold on. Vampire... Garlic. Hold on. Wait a second. Vampire and garlic don't go together. So, and there's steak involved. No, don't do that. All right. Let's see here. Well, Risk and Baseball are games, but I feel like we can be a little more specific than that. Butterfruit Fantasy Baseball sounds like a goofy hobby thing. It does, doesn't it? It sounds like the kind of thing you would play with the Savannah Bananas. But, so baseball and cricket are things with, hold on, baseball, cricket, fruit, and vampires. It's not a fruit bat, right? Those are bats. There's a bat that's like a fruit bat or no, it's not a fruit bat. It's a different kind of bat. Trombone Dalek was putting on pants in the bathroom this morning, decided not to sit down, almost fell head first into the shower. That would have been bad. Okay, so it is a fruit bat. I knew there was like a type of bat that was kind of like a fruit bat. I didn't realize it was called just a fruit bat. Yeah. There, fruit. Things with bats. Things with bats. Okay. We need hats for bats to keep the bats warm. That drop doesn't really apply to a Major League reference, but honestly, how often do I get to hit it? So, all right. We need stake, risk. Oh yeah, stake that way. Okay. Stake, risk, gamble, and bet is just, yeah, put things up for wageries. Absolutely. Wageries is probably not a word, but you know, it's fine. Listen, butter, parsley, garlic, and bread could just be ingredients to make garlic bread, particularly when one considers that Frontier, Fantasy, Adventure, and Tomorrow are lands at Disney World. So, or at Disneyland. I suppose it makes sense that they're lands at Disneyland. Yeah, okay, that tracks. Anyway, yeah, if you take some bread and you put butter and then garlic and parsley on it, you have garlic bread. So, I feel like that's cheating to use one of the words in the title of the category, but at the same time, fuck yes, garlic bread. Also, I am going to provide a public service. It has been my experience as a connoisseur of frozen foods, by which I mean a fat person. It is my experience that frozen garlic bread, you know, the kind you just go to the grocery store and get a loaf of garlic bread, or something that comes from the freezer and calls itself garlic bread, frozen garlic bread fucking sucks. Like, sometimes it tastes okay, but even if you get the cheesy variant of it, it's not any good. However, the best frozen garlic bread in the world is pizza. Allow me to explain. The Red Baron 5-cheese garlic pizza. This French bread pizza, which we all have to agree is pizza, is in actuality the best goddamn frozen garlic bread you will have in your entire fucking life. However, the good folks at Red Baron insist that this is pizza. And I know I don't have my webcam on, but I hope you can hear the air quotes that I am putting around pizza. This pizza is tremendous. If you want garlic bread, you should find and get this pizza. Sportsman, I'm sure that the good folks at Red Baron are monsters because, after all, they're a large grocery store chain of frozen foods. Like, modern American capitalism dictates that there's no way this can possibly be ethical. However, if anyone from Red Baron is watching this, you didn't hear that part. Hashtag sponsor the Goog. I very much enjoy your product. So yes, this pizza is the best goddamn garlic bread in the entire fucking world. It's a wonderful product. A truly wonderful product. Now, let us move on to the Immaculate Grid. We need Padres, Phillies, Brewers, Red Sox, dudes what played right field, and dudes what had a 300 batting average in a season. Now, Samurai Sam has been kind enough to remind us that Jamie Moyer did not play for the Padres. I did know that he played for the Red Sox and he played for the Phillies, which could mean that he goes in this top middle square. However, Sunflare Space was also kind enough to point out that we must always, when possible, bang Pedro. Pedro Martinez, a Red Sox player and a Philly. Pedro Martinez, before Jamie Moyer. Now, Jamie Moyer, as we've been alerted, was not a Padre. And I'm also pretty damn sure he was not a Brewer, so we will not be using Jamie Moyer. He was not a good hitter for a pitcher, or at all. He was terrible. But, yeah, Jamie Moyer and Pedro Martinez were teammates on the Phillies. It's a true fact. And yet, we will not be using Jamie Moyer up here in this top middle square. Instead, we need a Philly who had a 300 batting average in a season. That is, I mean, a whole bunch of dudes, but let's just play it relatively safe and choose Jimmy Rollins. Hooray. Who was also not a Red Sox or Brewer? Jamie Moyer? Jamie Moyer totally played for the Red Sox. Jamie Moyer absolutely played for the Red Sox. Hundo P. Yeah, didn't play for the Brewers, though. So, it's a true fact. A Red Sox player who did play for the San Diego Padres is Doug Mirabelli. Backup catcher of some renown to Red Sox fans. And a Red Sox player who played right field is Darnell McDonald. Why not? There you go. A good old 0.1%. Now then, Sportsman thought he was okay without coffee, and yeah. Well, listen, Jamie Moyer played for the Red Sox in like the mid-90s. Jamie Moyer is not exactly a Boston Red Sox legend. Jamie Moyer was a Red Sox contemporary with the likes of Darren Lewis, Troy O'Leary, and Jeff Fry. So, that era of the Red Sox. Don't quote me on all of those guys having been literal teammates with Jamie Moyer, but, you know, roughly that time. Now then, very much pre-MLB.TV, pre-internet, Jamie Moyer was on the Red Sox. We need, we need Milwaukee Brewers at some point. Let's hurriedly run away from that possibility for as long as we possibly can, and instead talk about a San Diego Padre who had a 300 batting average season. I mean, listen, I'm sure other dudes have done it besides Tony Gwynn, like maybe Ken Caminiti did it. I'm not confident that Ken Caminiti did it. I am confident that Tony Gwynn did it. So we're gonna say Tony Gwynn. There. And we need a 300 batting average season from a dude who appeared in right field for one and exactly one or more than one game. Mookie Betts has had a 300 batting average season, right? Yeah, that sounds right. He's good at baseball. Imagine if you had Mookie Betts on your team and you decided not to play Mookie Betts anymore. You decided to trade Mookie Betts. Imagine trading Mookie Betts. Anyway, let's name some Milwaukee Brewers, shall we? A Milwaukee Brewer who played right field for at least one game is I don't know, did they stick BJ Surhoff in right field? I feel like he was mostly a first baseman. Also, I feel like he was mostly a Baltimore Oriole, come to think of it. Well, they probably stuck Ryan Braun was a corner guy. He was an ambicornerous guy. Yeah. There you go. Oh, God. Yeah, Sports Fun Show Team absolutely counts as a dude who played right field and hit 300. Hey, I could have said Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger is absolutely a dude who played right field and hit 300. Sean Green probably played right field and hit 300. Let's remember some dudes from the Sports Pun Goog series of show games over the last 5 years. Anyway. Oh, Lord, now we must name some Brewers, actually. Oh, no. A Milwaukee Brewer who was also a Philadelphia Philly is... problem. Okay. Let's name some Brewers or Padres and see if we can just piece this shit together. Craig Counsell was a Brewer. And he was not a Philly, and I don't think he was a Padre. He also managed the Brewers, which doesn't count, but he did play for the Brewers. So that's nice. Paul Molitor was a Brewer. He was neither a Philly nor a Padre. Curt Schilling, Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, Ryan Howard, Chase Utley, Carlos Ruiz were all Phillies, none of whom played for the Brewers. So that was a nice little digression. Ben Sheets was a Brewer, but that's about it. Zach Greinke was a Brewer. One of our favorite buttons, Zach Greinke, was a Wrestlers Sports Pun likes and Astros I don't. Oh. Zaya Brookside was a Brewer? I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. Orange Cassidy. I mean, there are plenty of Astros I don't like. Roberto Osuna? Was Roberto Osuna? I think Roberto Osuna was a Padre. Was he a Brewer, though? Alex Bregman's a career Astro. Jose Altuve's a career Astro. Right here. Will Ospreay Harris was okay, now I've gotten myself very confused here. I need to pull back. I think Tony Gwynn Jr. was a Padre, although I'm not certain of that. Like, you'd think the Padres would have played Tony Gwynn Jr. at some point, but Tony Gwynn Jr. sucked. So I don't think they ever got around to employing him. Also, I'm not 100% sure that he was a Brewer, so it's got that going against him. Was Trevor Hoffman a Brewer? Actually, yeah, Trevor Hoffman was a Brewer. Yeah, there's a Hall of Famer elected in our adulthood who fits the square, and I'm pretty sure it's Trevor Hoffman. Trevor Hoffman was a Brewer, right? Trevor Hoffman was a Brewer! Right! Haha! Now then. Oh, Tony Gwynn Jr. totally does fit. Great. Oh, Gary Sheffield. That makes more sense. It's another dude who played right field and had a 300 batting average season. Now then. We need one more, and he has to be a Philly. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Hunter Pence was a Philly, but not a Brewer. Matt Stairs was... Oh, Jay Hader. Josh Hader's an Astro? Since when is Josh Hader an Astro? Maybe the Astros signed Josh Hader this winter. It's entirely possible. I know it was a free agent. Anyway, so Philly was also a Brewer. CC Sabathia was a Brewer, but he wasn't a Philly. Pedro Martinez was a Philly, but he wasn't a Brewer, and also I already used him this grid. Jim Thome was a Philly, but not a Brewer. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think Jeff Francoeur was a Philly, but he definitely wasn't a Brewer. Doug Drabeck was a Brewer, I think, but not a Philly. Pete Sherrick was a Philly, but not a Brewer. Cliff Lee indeed was a Philly, but not a Brewer. There's a dude on the 2008 champion Phillies who fits. Sam doesn't think I'd remember him. Okay. Well, I think I've named most of the... Cole Hamels was a Philly, but he wasn't a Brewer. Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins. Who was the third baseman on that team? That wasn't still Scott Rowland, was it? Scott Rowland was retired by then. Brad Lidge was a Philly. I don't think he was a Brewer. J.C. Romero was a Philly. I don't think he was a Brewer. There's a guy who won MVP in our lifetime for another team who also happened to play for both of these teams. I see. Okay. Well, Shohei Ohtani was an angel. Mike Trout's an angel. The 2008 Phillies guy was a bench player. Matt Stairs was a Philly. He might have still been kicking around in 2008. Now I'm focusing on this MVP. Hold on. How many MVPs can I name? Miguel Cabrera, Justin Morneau, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, Barry Bonds won MVP. Was neither a Philly nor a Brewer. Shit and shove me in it. Alex Rodriguez won MVP, presumably. Manny Ramirez, I think, won an MVP. Actually, did Manny ever win MVP? I don't think he did. He may or may not have deserved it one of those years. Well, regardless, he was neither a Philly nor a Brewer. Here. I think Justin Verlander won MVP one year, but he's been neither a Philly nor a Brewer. Manny's defense did suck, and the media did not like him, and the competition was fierce. Those are all factual statements. It's rare that you get to make a qualitative assertion as a factual statement, but Manny Ramirez's defense fucking sucked. So, oh boy. I think LaTroy Hawkins played for the Phillies. I also think LaTroy Hawkins played for the Brewers, but I'm only like 60% sure of either of those, which means I'm only like 36% sure that LaTroy Hawkins played for the Phillies and the Brewers. So that's right? 60% of 60% is 36%. That sounds right. So I don't feel great about doing that. Bench guy for the 2008 Phillies. Team that won the World Series. Sugar. Let's see here. Nope, don't have that. Let's return to blindly naming some Brewers. Yorvit Torrealba may or may not have been a Brewer. The Troy made Sports Pun curious as a generally strong bet. Yeah, well, Troy Hawkins played for a lot of teams. Octavio Dotel is another dude who played for a lot of teams, but I don't think he played for either of these two. What about Edwin Jackson? No. Russ Ortiz? No. Hi, Nora. Come here. Oh, there's a tiny kitty. Oh, you're so orange and furry and cute. Here, give the microphone a nice little squeak. Oh, that was an adorable squeak. Okay, bye. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, son of a bitch. Ricky and Octavio, Edwin Jackson. Yeah, it's not Ricky Henderson. He definitely never a Philly. I think never a Brewer. Good Lord. Was Matt Stairs a Brewer? I mean, I can close my eyes and picture Matt Stairs in a Brewers uniform, but that doesn't mean a single fucking thing. Good God. Prince Fielder was never a Philly. Ricky Weeks? Was Ricky Weeks a Philly? Hold on. Was Ricky Weeks a Philly? Maybe? I don't want to go bang fuck it for the last guess of a potentially immaculate grid. Was Ricky Weeks a Philly? I don't think so, is the problem. Christian Yelich has never been a Philly. Mike Cameron was... Hold on. Mike Cameron was a Philly and a Brewer, wasn't he? I've definitely named a dude at one point who fits. I think I just named another one. I think Mike Cameron fits. Fuck! Son of a... Dang it! Okay, I never said Jeff Jenkins. I did say Matt Stairs. Oh, Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen fits. Okay. Hey, look, Andrew McCutchen. Everybody remembers Milwaukee Brewers and Philadelphia Phillies legend, Andrew McCutchen. Oh, well. All right, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. Folks, I will be back Monday morning, March the 4th at 7 o'clock Eastern. As far as I know, it is business as usual next week. Full slate of schedule on tap, barring, of course, work obligations. You know how these things tend to go. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.